How many months or years did you live with all of these symptoms?
With fatigue and sleep apnea, I would estimate 4 years.
How bad was the fatigue for you? And 10 means exhausted, like can't get out of bed, can't function.
I would say I got to an 8 at the worst.
To an 8 at the worst, okay.
Yeah.
You had heart palpitations as well?
Yes, I was having those.
For years.
How long was the abdominal twisting or knotting or crowded feeling in your intestines? How long did you experience that?
About 2 weeks or so after Father's Day of this last year, that began, and ended after middle of our treatments.
Middle of the treatment. So you had that for many months, and then it just like within weeks of starting the treatment that I provided you, it just disappeared.
Yes.
Yeah. How big was your brain fog? 10 is the worst that it could ever be.
I'd say a 9.5.
9.5. And you told me that when you were in high school, for you to study for a test and pass a test was like
The morning
nothing.
of or the night before.
The morning of, and you could you'd read it and you'd memorize everything,
Right.
photographic memory. And then it became to the point where, as the years progressed, it became
just nothing could congeal in my mind.
your apnea. What was happening to you when you were trying to sleep at night?
Waking up, just gasping, choking. Sometimes you would have to, right? Honey, you're not breathing. I'd wake
Yeah.
up and have to turn over.
I thought he was going to end up dying one day. I would wake up and he was like not breathing because it was really bad. He would not breathe for, it seemed like over a minute or so, and then he'd just like wake up and just try to grab a breath because he wasn't breathing at all.
And now?
Yeah, now that's not even there.
Not even there. Heart palpitation, how often did that heart symptom occur? Was that daily? Was that just a few times a
It
week?
was happening, it got to the place it was happening daily, like
Daily?
twice a day.
And how many weeks or years?
Years.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say at least 2 years.
You came to us, I was in the fourth quarter, I think it was, of 2021. And so how quickly within that first protocol did you notice that your heart palpitations stopped?
It's hard to say because my memory was bad at the time. It hadn't been healed as time got on, but I don't even notice when it stopped. I just know that now it's gone.
Headaches, how bad were they?
It got to where it was debilitating migraines and affecting my job, affecting my work, my ability to concentrate, focus on a problem, or even remember where I last left off on a problem to solve. Throbbing pain, it would just kind of settle in as a large weight.
And those were every day?
Yeah, it
And it
happened every day.
totally gone now?
Yeah, totally gone.
How much better would you say your brain capacity, your brain function is now compared to what it was before you came here, compared to what it was for years?
I believe it's at least 80%
At
of
least
what
80%.
it used to be at my peak,
Mhm.
and I feel like I have a new body. I feel like I'm in a new, fully functioning body that I didn't have before.
You had, how old are you?
15.
One of your symptoms was a cold body feeling, cold hands, cold feet, cold body. And that was even in warm temperature for her? Like even on warm days she'd feel cold,
Yeah.
right? You could feel the cold body. It wasn't just
yeah.
her saying she felt cold, but you could actually
It was
feel.
like ice.
It's like
I was
ice.
like touching, yeah.
And now how is that?
Oh, she's warmer than I am.
Have the coldness doesn't even come back at all?
Not really.
No.
Not really. It's
Just
totally gone.
kind of, sometimes, only sometimes
Yeah.
teeny bit, but it's like pretty much gone.
It's like 99.9% gone.
And
That was
she
in the
was
middle
the
of
reason.
summer.
Yeah.
And she was the reason why you came.
Yes.
Originally, when you heard about me
Originally.
through somebody referred you here, but
Yes.
she was the reason. And once
Yeah.
she started getting better, then you were like, you had to come, he had to come, because it was just amazing to see the change in her, right?
It
That's
was.
how it happened.
It was
Yeah.
absolutely
It was
amazing.
amazing.
Well, we
Uh,
thought that she was not going to make it. Like, the symptoms were so severe for her. We thought being at 14 with all these symptoms that she was having, or almost 15, we just thought she's going to end up dying before she's 20.
And we were
There's-
told she had some autoimmune disease
Right.
that we couldn't.
That was unknown of. We didn't know what
Right.
she had.
We didn't have enough money to do all the testing for it. We didn't know who could give us the answers, and you came up with the answers. Just seemed to without almost effortlessly. I don't know. I mean, you have a very, methodical way of applying and diagnosing these issues, and I saw it happen, and I was amazed. I was very skeptical. I didn't want to pay the money. I didn't want to. I wanted to verify all the science. My
Yeah.
son as well. And once we
Yeah.
did, we were okay. Let's try it out. We gave it a shot. Things that we've seen just go away have been, for me, just
Incredible.
miraculous. If we didn't know
Yeah.
that there was science behind what you're doing, we would thought it was just a miracle. It was an answered prayer. It was
Yes.
just, and it is, and it even
It
still
is.
is. Even with that, we know that, you know, God really led us to bringing us here and
Mhm.
meeting you and having our health drastically changed through your work. So
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Her fatigue that she had was how bad? 0 to 10. 10 is the worst. Can't get out of bed. I feel like I always need sleep. How was it before?
10.
It was a 10.
Yes.
And there was excessive sleep. There was a lot. And she just
Oh,
kept
yeah.
resting, right? And never feeling recovered.
No.
So super tired, like if I didn't really sleep at all.
Felt like you never slept.
Mm-hmm.
And now, how is that?
Way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
When you wake up, do you feel energy?
Yeah, like if I can do stuff.
There was times where she couldn't even talk, could barely get any words out, and it was just really difficult to just have a conversation.
And how is it now?
Way better, probably like a 2.
Down to 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you're communicating with me here now.
Mhm.
When I first met you, there was not even a word coming out of your mouth. The brain fog, the fatigue, the excessive desire to sleep, the migraines, the hair falling out. How long was that going on before you came to me?
I think for years she's been very sick. I think maybe around 5 or 6 years old. So maybe 10 years she's been getting progressively more and more and more sick. The severe symptoms that brought us here where we thought she's going to die any moment, like this is not going to, it's been probably like 2 years. Yeah.
And how much better would you say if you can give a grading to it, like a percentage-wise?
She's
Is there a way to
probably
rate it?
like 90% better
90%
compared to how, yeah, we
In
really,
one treatment.
we really didn't think she was going to make it. We did tell her that, but I was so concerned she's not going to make it till she's 20.
Wow.
It
One
was
treatment?
so bad. Yes, one
How
treatment.
simple was it to follow the treatment?
Oh, easy.
Easy,
Really
right?
easy.
You're not
Yes.
swallowing a boatload of supplement pills.
No.
and-
I think I lost count of all the doctors. I just was so exhausted from just trying to find out
Trying to
what
figure out.
was going on with me. Nothing healed me. I saw maybe a little bit of symptoms diminish, getting a little bit better, but still nothing.
Something you said was, if you found me and my work like 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
what would you have said?
This is crazy, and I would have turned you off. I would have been like totally rejected this because I realized it's totally different. I would have not believed it had I found you years ago.
Yeah. And now you're pretty
And
happy.
now I'm it's a huge blessing. Yes, I'm super happy.
Your dry feet,
Oh yeah.
how much better?
90, maybe 95% better.
And we have done nothing to your feet
Right.
directly.
Yeah.
It's not like
That's
there's a new
true.
cream or lotion,
No.
and it's not that you're getting pedicures and scraping the feet. You're not soaking your feet. There's none of that. The dryness just started to disappear by removing the hidden infections and chemicals from her body, and all of a sudden the body can just regenerate itself, revitalize itself. Like for her, you had intense back pain. 10 is the worst low back pain you could ever imagine. How would you rate it before?
Yeah, like a 10. He wasn't even able to touch me in my lower back area with his hand. Not even place his hand softly on me without me.
It was
like,
hurting so much.
oh yeah.
And so one day, right after you took your first highly energized specified liquid drop that we gave you in that protocol, you took the first one.
I don't know if it was the very next day, but it was like soon after. I just was doing my dishes, taking the dishes out of the dishwasher, and it just dawned on me that I was not in excruciating pain like I normally was. And I was like, what happened? And I went and I looked at the paperwork and I realized, wow, that's why I had all that back pain. Like I couldn't believe it, and it was just gone.
The kidneys were loaded with the chemicals from 2 epidurals that you had. Your body pain that they called fibromyalgia, on a 0 to 10 scale, 10 is the worst pain.
Probably like a 7 or an 8 constantly.
Constant.
But sometimes it was so bad that it would wake me up at night just from dead sleep because I was in so much pain. I thought I was gonna die sometimes. Like I really was preparing my family and just talking about it, and everybody would get all sad, but I really thought there's no way my body can hold up under so much pain.
And that pain now,
Oh, it's like maybe a 1 or 2.
Maybe.
Yeah.
how many weeks has it been that all this pain in the back and the whole body is gone?
Wow, just a long time. It's been probably 2 months, maybe 2.5.
Zero pain. Oh, just about.
Uh-huh,
All
pretty
right.
much.
Massive improvement.
Yes.
You had brain fog.
Mhm.
How bad was that? 0 to 10? 10 is the worst. Can't think, can't remember, hard to process information.
I would usually have a 10. Sometimes I'd have relief, maybe a 9 or 8. But
And now?
yeah, now it's non-existent. I don't have brain fog.
Do you feel like you're rested?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm able to do things. I'm able to function.
This smile, this laugh, this giggle is of a woman who is no longer in pain,
Yeah.
whose family is no longer in pain.
Most people find you as a last resort
Yeah.
when I feel like you should be the first resort. We want
That's
to take
right.
everybody to you. We want to
Yeah.
save up our money and take our friends to you because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so much money, this and that. We're like, we'll forward you the money and we'll pay for it. And if it works
Because
out,
you
you
know-
pay us back or something.
You know it's going to revitalize their life.
Yeah, we have friends we care about. We just so many people that we know that are sick, and
Mhm.
we want to be able to convince them. We want to be able to take them and
Yeah.
and you know, see what can be done. You know.
Yeah. Well, it can be done.
Just being a person that has suffered for so long and seen so many doctors, so many natural doctors, so many even top doctors, like heart specialist was the top of the whole hospital. Yeah, I would say this is not too good to be true. This is a God-sent blessing to our to our earth. That is just the knowledge that Dr. Herman has is amazing, and I really do believe that the Lord has given him this to help us. Modern medicine, in my opinion, what they call modern medicine is not modern medicine, and it is hurting a lot of people, and it's hurt us. And Dr. Herman is the one that is actually helping us and getting rid of even all these medicines that were in our body and toxins that were in our body for so many years from doctors and from injections. And now, yeah, I would just say you would do yourself and your family and your life and your future the best if you come here and just come and try Dr. Herman and follow what he says and do what he says. And it is very easy. And to be honest, I have spent more money and way more money all these years, and all I did was suffer for so many years, and so have our family. We've spent way more. And I wish I would have found him years ago, but the
Now
Lord,
was the right time.
yes,
That was
the
the right
Lord
time.
knows.